complicated. So let's start off the big show. By the way, we're going to give you a tour around our home network, CSC Television. We're going to be showing all of our wonderful new equipment later in the show. But first, it's Mike Skwira and his Crimson Brass. Well, Mike, that sounded great, and welcome to the big program. Now, how long has this group been together?
It's January of 1992.
And this is a welcome change. I don't think there's another group of its type in the area.
Yeah, the only one I've heard of is there's one at Minnetonka Regional, and that's it. And I don't really think are doing as much as we are.
And how did you come up with this concept?
Well, I think it was like 3 years ago, I saw a video at my trumpet teacher's house.
And who was your trumpet teacher?
Al Noble.
Al Noble, famous Jimmy Sturr, Grammy Award-winning Al Noble.
Right. And I watched the video, and I really was intrigued with the sound. So then I went out and I bought some
You mean the
CDs
Jimmy
and
Sturr
stuff.
video didn't impress you as much?
I hate to say it, but no, it didn't really. So I went out and bought some CDs of it, and there was a brass conference last December, well, December of '92, and I went and bought the music and got the group together, and here we are today. I mean, that's all there was to it. I mean, I had the dream. I felt like doing it. We got the music, and that's it.
This is a dream come true.
Kind of, yeah. Now at the point where we are, yeah, it really is. You know, they've done a lot for me. They've worked really hard, and we have a very good selection of music now. And
now, what is your official position with the group? I noticed you weren't actually playing, or performing, as we say here on Prime Time.
Yeah. Well, at first I wanted to perform, but then as the time went on, I liked exactly working with the group as far as music, you know, and teaching them, basically teaching them, being an instructor type, because I really wouldn't call myself a director, because I don't have the musical background really to be quote-unquote a director. So basically an instructor would be my title, then kind of title slash manager.
Manager.
I guess.
So as manager slash business agent, you get all the money.
No, we've played a few gigs, and I mean, a couple weddings, and you know, we've played at the mall and stuff. And basically, you know, as it comes in, I just divide it basically evenly, and sometimes, you know, depending on who plays what and who plays longer, you know, I adjust it by that. But that's, you know, it's a group thing. You know, we decide how that's going to go.
So you've already done several professional engagements.
Yeah.
What kind of church gigs do you do?
Well, we've done weddings, and we've done just Holy Day of Obligations. We've done Easter, and we've also done Midnight Mass at St. Stan's, and Christmas Day. We've played at Mass, so kind of just a little bit of everything, really.
Now, is this a major career move for you? Do you see yourself doing this many years in the future?
Well, I don't know. As of right now, I think I like it where it is. Because I originally was going to go to school for music, but then again, I was kind of good in science and engineering, so I kind of went that way. But this is kind of my, I guess you could say, pastime, kind of. I enjoy doing this a lot, and I like working with the group and the instruments and the sound, and I love music in general. But if this keeps up and keeps going and it turns into something, I'll definitely stick with it. But if it doesn't, I'll just start another one somewhere else.
Well, as a career, the entertainment business is not the easiest business.
No. Having my father who was in it, I found that it's not. I don't think something that I'd really want to do unless it happened easily. I'm definitely not going to work hard to get it to the point of it being.
Well, I don't think anything
serious.
comes that easily.
Yeah. So.
And where do most of these performers come from?
Well, I have two are from West Springfield, East Side High, a trombone player and trumpet player. There's 3 from Comp, the trumpet player, also a French horn player, and the tuba player, and 1's from Chicory High, and that's our second trumpet player.
Is it difficult getting them together for rehearsals?
The rehearsals are kind of a pain because they're all different ages. So we have one that's kind of limited as far as time for rehearsals, and then there's a couple that work, so that kind of makes it a little bit hard. And then the timing as far as, well, this school has this band practice on this day, and this school has this one on this day, and this one has this one on this day. That tends to get a little jive, but they make the time. And we've had practices 8 to 10, 9 to 11. We usually go for a good 2.5 hour shot at practice time, and it's a full playing, and sometimes they get 10-15 minute breaks. They get on me a little bit about that, but we accomplish a lot, and the practices really work out good.
Now, today, in the age of rap crap, how do you get a bunch of kids to perform this style of music?
Well, at first it was kind of weird for me because I was like, well, how am I going to do this? And that was really a good question. But then the more and more I looked into the stuff the Canadian Brass and the Empire Brass had, they actually have a lot of jazz. They have a lot of different types of music. It's not just classical-based music. Coming up in the spring, we have a piece we're going to be working on, and it's a Sousa piece. It's Sousa marches, and it's an excellent arrangement. And we've put in about 60 hours of practice time already into it, and I tell you, it's coming along really well. And it's pieces like that I think really get their attention and really get them eager on it. And some of them, there's songs, classical songs that they've heard before, so they hear it now, and it's like, oh, I remember that, and oh wow, I can play that now. So it's more kind of, I push the classical stuff because that's kind of where we're getting our jobs from, and then I also push the other stuff because that's where it keeps their interest. So I kind of play games with our repertoire of music, basically, to keep the interest, So that's the key, dedication. Yeah, really. That's what keeps them going. They do the practicing for me. They do their practicing on their own, and basically they kind of sit with me and play the classical stuff for me, and they do a really nice job on it. And I kind of go along with them because I'm also into the other stuff that we play. So it's kind of, I'm happy both ways, and maybe they don't like the classical as much as some of the contemporary music, but in the end it kind of pays off because they work hard, and they're setting goals, and we're setting goals as a group, and we're accomplishing them so far. So
and it's fun to do, and now your career is finished because you've made it on primetime, right?
Yeah, well
I won't say finished, but
not finished, but yeah, but yeah, this was definitely a great opportunity. It's one of the steps of getting there, I guess, to the big light, I guess. But we just take it as it comes, a little bit at a time. If we make it, we make it, and if we don't, we made a good shot. So that's all that really counts.
You had a great time doing it.
Yeah, a hell of a time so far.
Well, Mike, thanks for being here.
It was my pleasure. Thank you.
And we'll have the group back again, and we'll be doing another selection later in the show. And you stick around. We'll be back with more primetime wackiness right after this.